audible? Is I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
And one more person is there, I think, Anil. Anil, I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so just I will share my screen. Okay. Okay. So my screen is visible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So good evening again. Today we are here for some, we can say that for demo. Okay, so on behalf of company Connect Consultancy, just I will give the brief introductions and topics what we will cover during our entire session of the validations. Okay. So the industrial training courses provided by the company Connect Consultancy is the computerized system validations, quality assurance and quality control certification courses, pharmacovigilance, clinical research, CDMS, medical writings, and for equipment qualification, HVAC validations, cleaning validations, water system, process validations. So that particular trainings we will go in depth during our training session in further classes. Regulatory affairs like guidelines provided by the US FDA, European guidelines, that is the MHRA, TGA, that is for Australian guidelines, and remaining all guidelines like ICH and other guidelines we will discuss in further course of sessions. LIMS applications, details and its validations. So this particular type of course is provided by the company Connect Consultancies. Out of them we will discuss about the validations. Okay. So which topic we will cover? That is the quality. So Mr. Anil and Dharmu and Harsh, correct? So just I would like to introduce myself first on behalf of company Connect Consultancy. Okay, just will demonstrate the validations, and I am having a total more than 12 experience in the pharmaceutical industries where I have knowledge about all the departments. Okay, so we will discuss what topic we will cover today. Just we will go through one by one. Okay, so that is the quality. First we cover the quality. What is the quality? How we understand ourselves that what is the quality with respect to the quality of the product, quality of the means full satisfaction of the customer, quality with respect to the product. Quality assurance department, quality control department, what is the role and responsibility of quality assurance department, what is the role and responsibility of quality control department, how they work, how they we can say that how the quality control and quality assurance is the backbone of the pharmaceutical industries, we can say. Then in process quality assurance or in process quality control, sometimes we say. So IPQA and IPQC and IPQS. I think you did aware about the terminology that IPQA and IPQC, correct? Okay. And then quality management systems, that is the QMS systems, which includes the deviations, change controls, incident, CAPA, non-conformance, that is NCR, and like we can say the market complaint and vendor complaints and whatever the means we can say issues we identify during the manufacturing of the pharmaceutical industries, or during the means as we say that our product is introduced to the market or commercialization. So during the marketed product, if we are having any concerns and we observed some complaints from the customers, that is called market complaints. So that particular topic also comes under the quality management systems. So we will discuss in further classes, that is the QMS. One thing I would like to tell you, if in any instance of time, if you are having any confusion, any clarity about any words, terminology, you can ask, okay?
Okay, sir.
So as I told you, we cover the topics like quality, QA, QC, IPQA and IPQC, quality management systems include change control, deviations, incident, CAPA, NCR, like that. And then we'll cover with respect to the validation is the process validations. So before understanding of the validations like process validation, cleaning validation, water system validations, we have to be understand that what is the QA and what is the QC. Why? Because the crucial role played by the IPQ person and QA person during the all validations activities. So we'll cover the process validations also, and then equipment qualifications. Equipment qualifications means what type of equipments we are using for manufacturing of a pharmaceutical product like tablet and capsules. Which equipments like what is the granulations area, what is the granulator, and what about the compression machines, coating machines, and packing machines. So all the equipments we are using for the manufacturing of the product and packing of the pharmaceutical products, we have to be qualified first at that particular equipment before using or before under execution of that particular equipment during the manufacturing of products. So equipment qualification, then cleaning validations. So cleaning validation is much important during the manufacturing of pharmaceutical product like tablet, capsules, injections, syrup, whatever the dosage forms we are discussing. Every dosage form we require the cleaning appropriately. Why? Because if cleaning is not appropriate, then there may be chance of contaminations. Okay, whatever the product, suppose we are having the two different products, product A and B. So once if we are manufacturing the product A, and after completion of the product A, if we are going to manufacture the product B, so before execution of product B, we have to be ensure the cleaning of that particular equipment and area, either it is appropriate clean or not. So that things we have to be verified. So this particular thing is part of the line clearance, but either the things, either it is visible or not, the means we can say the particle of the materials whatever the previously we have used, it is clean or not appropriately. So we have to be develop one method that we can take the sample from that particular equipment and we will send that particular sample to the quality control department for the testing, and based on the testing they will conclude either the previous product is available on that particular equipment or not. Okay, so this is the cleaning validations. So we will discuss that particular topic in the depth during the further course of sessions. Then water system validations. So the all the topics are very important for the pharmaceutical industry. Like we can say the equipment cleaning validations is water also. Why? Because water is used in each and every step of the manufacturing. Why? Because we are using the water for cleaning, we are using the water for manufacturing process. Sometimes we are using some other pharmaceutical ingredients like solvent like IPA, methyl, MDC, and like that, but water is also used during the manufacturing processes. So the we have to be validate the water, either which types of water is there, which types of water we are using. Suppose we are in the injectable, so we that time so we use the water for injections, that is the sterile water. Okay, so we'll discuss about the water system in the depth during the further course of the sessions. Then HVAC system validations. So HVAC is the heating, ventilation and air conditioning system. So whatever the equipments, like we can say the HVAC system itself, we are using for the means we can say the fresh air should be available in the area during the manufacturing or during the product is stored in the particular area. So what the role of that particular equipment, how they work, what is the principle, what is the means we can say the component of that particular equipments, what is the process, what guidelines does says, what is the checklist that we can say how we verify or qualify that particular equipment. So everything we will discuss in during classes. Okay, so HVAC system validation, then computer system validations. So now computer system validations, as you know, that is in boom also. Why? Because whatever the equipment and instruments we are using in the pharmaceutical industry or any industries, it's majority that mean pharmaceutical industries, we are using the software or equipment having the software, and that particular software should be valid, means we can say the qualified or validated. So how we validate that particular software, it's come under the computer system validations. So a little bit about the computer system validations we will also discuss during the course of sessions. And then code of federal regulations and guidelines, like I told you that we will discuss about the 21 CFR guidelines, which is provided by the US FDA. And then 21 CFR part 11, 21 CFR part 210, that is the good manufacturing practices, we can say, for the pharmaceutical product and the manufacturing of the products. And guidelines like ICH guidelines and some other guidelines we will discuss. So whatever we have discussed, if you are having any queries or questions, you can ask. Okay. So first, like we discussed, like what is the good manufacturing practices. Okay. So good manufacturing practices, that things that we have to be understand. First of all, that what we are going. Okay. Who have to do that particular activity, when they have to perform. Suppose if we are going to manufacturing one product, okay, so first of all we have to be prepare, or we have to be design one team that should contain the number of pupils, like for the manufacturing, that is the production person, for the testing, that is the quality person, for the assurance of the quality of the product, that is the QA persons. So everybody having their own responsibilities, okay, as per their defined responsibility in respective document. Like some in pharmaceutical industries, for that particular documents, they are using the word the SOP, that is the standard operating procedure. So in respective SOPs, we define the responsibility, that what, when, and who will do that particular activities. Okay, so GMP itself says that the every step in the production, including who did, when, and what and when, must be documented and fully traceable. That is the GMP practices. Or we can say it is the documented way using for your common sense, means whatever we are doing we will report. So based on that we can say whatever we have performed we have written down, either it is wrong, either it is wrong, right, but it should be the document evidence. The history of GMP, some brief history why GMP is required. So in 1902 is the Biological Control Act was introduced, and then Pure Food and Drug Act, and then Bureau for Chemistry becomes in FDA, and sulfonamide elixir tragedy. Some tragedy was happened during the previous year, like we are discussing here, sulfonamide tragedies and thalidomide tragedies. Anybody aware about the thalidomide tragedy and sulfonamide tragedies? Anyone? Okay, so we'll discuss a little bit about that particular history also. And first GMP regulations issued, WHO adopted GMP with the draft text in 1969, and the concept of validations introduced by the Tate and Bayer in 1917. And first process validations guidance by the FDA is introduced in 1987. Okay. So now we are discussing about the quality. So first of all, what is the quality? Everybody are having the question, the quality. Anybody says about the quality? Anybody? No? Okay. So though we can say the quality is the customer satisfaction. Okay, when the customer or patient trust on medicines, we can say the medicine is the quality medicines. Means either it is medicine or either whatever the accessories we are using. Okay, if we are satisfied, then we can say this is the quality product only. Okay, so quality is nothing but customer satisfaction, we can say. Then we are, as we are discussing about the pharmaceutical industry's equipment validations and qualifications. So we'll discuss with respect to the tablet and capsules. Okay, so during the manufacturing of the tablet and capsules, we check the quality of the particular tablet or capsule. How we check? So each unit of batch is not go through the testing. Means 100% testing of medicines are not allowed or not done. Okay, why? Because if we'll do the testing of 100%, what we will commercialize? Nothing. So we check the little bit amount of the tablets and capsules with reference of some guidelines, like we can say the NC guidelines, we can say the ISO sampling guidelines and other guidelines. Okay, so they defined that how much quantity we have to be collect and what should be the acceptance criteria for that. So that particular things we will discuss in brief also. Most of the analytical tests are destructive. What does it mean? Once we are collecting the sample from the manufacturing area for the testing, or itself, if we are testing in the manufacturing area, like we can say the disintegration test, we can say the friability test of the tablets. When we collect the sample from the manufacturing area and we are performing the testing, so that particular product, or we can say the tablets of samples, we cannot use for further commercialization or further activities. Why? Because this is the destructive test. Means when we will put the tablet in the disintegration apparatus, nothing will be remains. Okay, so we can say this is the most of the tests are the destructive test. Then all impurities are not detected or analyzed. Okay, so how we can say again our product having the quality? So what is the next step we have to be follow? So step is that the quality to be built during the process. What we have to do? We have to build the quality in the product or process only. So with that only we can say the, if our process is validated, like process validations we can say in short here. So we have to be validate our process. So based on that, we can say our product, whatever the product will generate during the manufacturing, during the process, it will be the quality product. Is anyway, as I told you that build the quality in the product during the process as follows. By following the GMP throughout the manufacturing process, we have to follow the GMP. Control over the input materials. Input materials means raw materials, we can say, that is the API, excipients and some solvents. And if we are having the tablet different colors, then that times it's excipients like colors, we can say. So the quality of raw materials we have to be procure from the approved vendor. The quality of product should be good with respect to the potency of the product and shelf life of the products, we can say. There should not be any impurities, or if they are having the impurities, it should be within the defined criteria. So in short, we can say we can control the quality of product from the input material only. In process quality controls. In process controls means in manufacturing area where the tablet is manufactured, there is one person is production person and another person, I mean to say department. One department is the production department and another one department is the quality department, that is quality assurance, and sometimes it is the quality control department. So production's work or responsibility is that they have to be manufacture the tablet or capsules, but the responsibility of quality persons have to be inspect the quality of the products. They have to check the quality of the products. Various checking during the in process, and second checks or cross checking system for each step of the process, that is doer and checker. What does it means? Means whatever the activity is performed by the some persons, means one person, it should be checked by another one persons. Means we can say it doer and checker mechanism. Based on that, we can build the quality in the product itself. Control over the release of the product from the each step or each stage. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the IPQA. Is any questions? My voice is clear or something else? If you are having any troubles, if you are having any confusion, concerns and questions, you can ask.
No,
You
sir.
can continue.
Continue, please.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Okay. So in-process quality assurance. So what is the in-process quality assurance? What we will cover during the sessions. What is the IPQA? So what is the IPQA? In-process quality assurance. What does it means? Means the production department manufacture the product, but in-process quality assurance assure the quality of the product. How they assure the quality of the product? They find the fault findings. So there is not a main object of the IPQ person to find out the fault only, but they have to be means they have to be more emphasized on the quality of the product. They have to be more alert during the in process checks. It should not be any, like we can say, it should not have any defect of the tablet, impurities, mix up, contamination, this description of the tablets, any issue it may be happen. But the responsibility of IPQ persons and production person itself, that there should not have any defect in the products. Like we can say the IPQ is the third eye. Why? Because they are having the main responsibilities to checking of the quality of the products and to ensure the quality of the product. In short, we can say all four things is saying itself, that ensure the quality of the product by finding the faults, zooming out the defect, alert if anything goes wrong. Third eye is if somebody are doing wrong and something is wrong, just they have to be identified and acknowledged. So if anything is goes to the wrong, we have to be handle is through the quality management system like QMS. We can say in QMS is in first page I told you that QMS contain the deviations, change control, non-conformance, corrective and preventive actions. So all those tools we have to be follow to rectify the problem or discrepancy identified during the manufacturing process or during the in-process checks. Then IPQA definitions, we can say to assure that the manufacturing of the product are consistently produced as per the quality standard and defined specifications. Okay, so IPQA as per the Schedule M, the adequate controls on the starting materials. As I told you that if we are going to develop the quality of the products, we have the adequate control on the starting materials like API, excipients, like that. Then intermediate products means once we are mixing the both the material like excipient API in the either granulation, either RMG, rapid mixture granulator, either FBP or any intermediate stage we can say. So we have some adequate controls. And finally, in finished products, adequate in-process control, calibrations, qualifications and validations to be carried out. Means whatever the instruments we are using for the, like we say the balance we are using for the weighing of the materials. So balance should be calibrated. Like qualifications. So qualification of instrument is that whatever the hardness tester, friability testers, disintegrations testers we are using, it should be qualified. And validations to be carried out means whatever the equipments we are using for the manufacturing of the tablet or capsule, it should be within the validation stage during the execution of that particular product on that particular equipment. And as per 21 CFR part 211 is that sampling and testing of in-process material and drug production. So this is the responsibilities defined in the Schedule M and 21 CFR part 211 for the IPQA. Then ICH-Q7 means one thing I would like to tell you that this is the brief introductions, and in depth we will discuss during further course of sessions. ICH-Q7 production and in-process control, that is the production operation, time limit, in-process sampling controls, batches, contaminations control. European guidelines, what they say, any necessary in-process control and environmental control shall be carried out and recorded. So whatever the activity done by either production or either by QA, they have to be record somewhere. Like in the manufacturing process, we are having the standard document, that is the BMR and BPR. Sometimes we can say batch manufacturing record and batch packaging record, or some industries the use terminologies, that is the batch document. So the initial stage in the IPQA, that line clearance to be performed to assure the following things. What is the meaning of line clearance? Everybody aware about the line clearance? Are you aware about the line clearance? Or
Yes.
okay. Anybody? Harsh, Rakesh? Okay. Okay. So the line clearance, we can see. Line clearance to be performed to assure the following things: that equipment and area are free from the traces of the previous product or materials and unnecessary items in the area. Qualified and calibrated equipment and instruments are used for the manufacturing, packing and testing activities. Correct raw materials and packing materials and quality brought from the processing and packing activities. So this is the responsibilities of the IPQA to perform the line clearance also, and they have to be check or find out the issues during the line clearance, and based on the satisfactory compliance of that particular line clearance, they have to be proceed the batches for further activities. So what is the general cleaning verifications? General cleaning verification is the area clearance, equipment clearance, container cleaning verifications, material verifications, and safety line clearance. Anybody can see about the safety line clearance? Okay. So one by one, just I will say 2 to 3 things about each point. Okay. So area clearance, just we have to check the area physically, that should not have any traces of the previous product and an unnecessary equipment in the area. Okay, in equipment clearance, we have to be check the each part of the equipment or dismantle part of the equipment during the line clearance. Container and cleaning verifications, what does it means? It means that whatever the containers we are going to be used for the storage of the product, like in the stage of the blending, we have to be store the blend. So whatever the containers we are going to be used for storage of the blend, so what we have to be ensure? We have to be ensure the cleaning of that particular container before using it. Material verifications. So as we are having the process like materials we have to be used for the manufacturing. So whatever the materials we are using it, before using we have to be check the materials either it is correct or not. How we can check the correct? By their unique identification number, that is we can say the material code. The description of the materials means we can say the name of the materials. And safety line clearance, we can say the if a material is potent, so we should have the personal protective equipments like goggles and safety shoes, hand gloves, appropriate gownings like that. And sometimes we have to be check the safety clearance, like suppose material having the tendency of the static charge. Okay, so that times we should have the proper earthing to the equipment or instruments. Why? Because if it is not available, there may be chances of some incident. Area clearance, check the area status level, check the DP of the area with respect to the adjacent corridor. DP is the differential pressure. Ensure the proper gownings, check the area is free from the previous product, ensure the temperature and RH within the pre-specified limit. Log for the operation and cleaning records. Equipment clearance contains the equipment status levels for details of previous product and current activities. Check and ensure that the equipment is visually clean. Ensure that the PM, that is the preventive maintenance, calibrations, qualification of the equipment are within the due date. Then log for the calibrations, operation and cleaning record. Then process controls also continue include like in-process checks of all manufacturing are being recorded as per the batch manufacturing record and batch packaging record. Challenge test shall be performed as per the respective batch documents and the same we have to be record. Process runtime, machine speed against the specified limit of the batches of the documents, all those things comes under the process controls. If sometimes interviewer may ask about the process control during the manufacturing, so that time we can say that we are having the challenge test frequency, we are having the recording provision, we are having the validated machine speed limit with predefined parameters. Okay, so something it's complete about the IPQA and now process validations. So what we'll cover during the process validations. Do you have any question in the IPQA? That is the in-process quality assurance. No? Okay. So process validations. So what is first of all the question is that what is the process validations? So as per FDA, what FDA has thought about the process validations. So process validation is the collection and validation of the data from the process design stage throughout the productions. Means we can say the life cycle of the products, like from design to the manufacturing of the products, whatever the data we have generated, whatever the process we have validated, it should be remain same throughout the production. So what is the flow of the process validations? What is the role? So that is the flow. Generally, we are discussing about the OSD plant, like we can say the oral solid dosage form, where we manufacturing the tablet and capsules. So first of all, we have to be issue the raw materials, then shifting of that particular materials, that is the vibro shifter or other some mix we can use, dry mixing, wet mixing, drying, then again sizing, then lubrications, and finally compression, that is we can say the we can manufacturing the tablet. Sometimes in each of steps we are using sometimes additions of the binding agent, addition of the lubricant. Some stages we have to be perform the sampling, like in the drying for the dry mixing, at lubrications for the lubrications mixing means the blend is appropriately mixed or not, and at the compression stage we collect the sample for the tablet and we send that particular tablet to the quality control department for further testing, and based on the analytical result we conclude that particular process is within the qualifications or not, within the validation stage or not, we can say. Then after compressions, the next step is the film coating. Film coating, for the making the film we have to prepare the solutions, that is the coating solutions. Again we perform the sampling at film coating stage, and then inspection, and finally packing we have to be perform and commercialize the product. We will discuss about the each procedure, like process validation as per the SOP, what SOPs, that is the standard operating procedure, says what is how SOPs contained, and it's generally used in the pharmaceutical industries. So what the flow of the SOPs, what is the pattern of SOPs, what is the content of the SOPs, how they write the SOPs about the process validations, how they define their strategy of validation in the procedures. So we will discuss further that particular things in further course of sessions. Then this is the procedure parts. So the process validation is defined as the collection and evaluation of the data from the process design throughout the productions, which stabilize scientific evidence that process is capable for consistently delivering the quality products. So our main object is that once we validate, once we qualify, once we can say that our process is validated, so it should have the consistently delivering of the quality products. The process should be capable for that only. Okay, so we will discuss further what is the revalidation criteria. is the how we validate the base. So we should have the validation protocol. So what it should contain, like scope, responsibilities, reference documents, which types of document we should have, procedure. What procedure means? The procedure for the validations is vary from each is vary for each instrument or process, like for the qualification or validation of the process at granulation stage, compression stage, and coating stage. Accordingly, we have to be define the process procedures, product details, product composition, pre-validations requirement, like we can say the prerequisites, what we should have before execution of the validation activity, equipment, instrument details, flow, process flow diagram, description, critical and non-critical stage during the processing, critical process parameters, critical validations, sampling plan, acceptance criteria, and finally summary and conclusion, schematic sampling plan for the particular equipments, schematic sampling plan for the particular equipment, and abbreviations used during the preparation of that documents we have to be defined. Like same like we have to be validation reports. So all those things is relevant to the protocols. So whatever we have proposed in the protocols, we have to be compiled in the report after completion of the activities. We should have the procedure that how we have to be define the numbering system for the protocol, like for tablet and capsule. And this is the stages of the process validation. So we will discuss in depth during the during further classes, like what is the process design, what is the process qualification, and what is the process continuous verifications. So there are 3 stages as per the FDA. Okay, sometimes interviewer ask about that. Do you aware about the process validation guidelines as per the FDA? So this is the general guidance, like this is the guidance for the industries. Okay, that is the process design, process qualification, and continuous process verification. There are 3 stages for the process validations or approaches to the process validations, we can say. And now HVAC system. So what topics we will cover during the HVAC system? Now we will discuss about that. So before starting of the HVAC system, if you are having any question with respect to the process validation, you can ask. Anybody have any questions? Also in the case of the process validation, we will discuss that where we have to be perform the process validation, how many batches we have to be taken for the process validations, where we can leverage the process validations, how many batches we have to keep for the stability studies, how many batches we need to perform the validations. So everything we will discuss during the further classes. Any questions with respect to the process validations? If you are having, you can ask. No issue. Can continue for HVAC. Okay. So HVAC, that is the HVAC systems. So we will, what topics we will cover during the classes, like what is the HVAC system, what is the object of HVAC system, what is the full form of HVAC system, HVAC basic parts, like we can say the component of the HVAC system, HVAC validation and reference guidelines, what guidelines says with respect to the qualifications or validation of the HVAC system, test performed during the HVAC validations, what is the frequency for the validations and requalification of the HVAC system, and finally preventive maintenance of the HVAC system. So preventive maintenance frequency, how they perform the preventive maintenance. So everything we will discuss. The full form of HVAC is the heating, ventilation and air conditioning system. HVAC system generally control the temperature, humidity and quality of the air. 3 things they control, that is temperature, humidity and quality of the air in a building or any occupied space. The main goal of HVAC system is to create and maintain the comfortable environment for the occupant within the building. There are basically 7 main components required to achieve the full meaning of HVAC, and they are listed and explained. So what is the main component? So there are 7 types of component, that is the heating, they should have the heating coil, cooling, they should have the cooling system, that is the humidifying, third one is, and fourth one is dehumidifying activities or assemblies, and then cleaning and ventilation, and finally is the air movement. Now the main object of HVAC system is to provide the comfortable environment for the human living in the space, but there are many other objects for the using the system. Creating a suitable environment for the animals for their optimal health, creating a suitable environment for the patient in the hospital, maintaining a suitable temperature for cold food storage also, so the clean room maintained in the pharma industry, and many more such type of object. So in pharma industry, main object is to provide the clean room. So what is the basic part of the HVAC system? The basic part is the furnace, that is the heating unit, that is the heat exchanger unit, evaporator coil, condensing unit, and refrigerant lines, thermostat, duct, and vent. So this all things we will discuss in depth during further classes. Do you have any questions with respect to the HVAC system? You can ask.
Sir, HVAC system not filter.
Yes, pardon. Actually, your voice is not clear.
सर ये जो HVAC सिस्टम में फिल्टर यूज होते हैं वो कौन कौन से होते हैं?
ओके, फ्लो पैटर्न की बात कर रहे हैं आप?
जी सर.
Okay, so we can say different flow means unidirections. Okay, like we are using this is the main machine, and like in the picture you are seeing that the supply air. So that particular supply air reach to the individual area. Okay, so if we are in the suppose in the granulation area, if we are there, so we are having different types of grills, like we can say the for distribution of that fresh air. So that particular parts we will discuss in brief during the further classes. Sometimes we are having the return filters for the returning of the air. Different types of filter we are using, like HEPA filter, pre-filter, and fine filter also. So everything we will discuss in the further classes. Okay.
ओके ठीक. ओके सर.
Okay.
सर 0.3 माइक्रोन फिल्टर यूज होता है ना इसमें?
हाँ हाँ. Yes. हाँ. 0.3 माइक्रोन का फिल्टर हम यूज करते हैं. क्यों करते हैं? कि हमारा कोई भी कंटामिनेशंस उस पर्टिकुलर एयर से अंदर ना आए. मतलब हमको उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में फ्रेश एयर चाहिए, कंटामिनेटेड एयर नहीं चाहिए. तो 0.3 माइक्रोन के फिल्टर से कोई भी कंटामिनेशंस ट्रांसफर नहीं होता है. ठीक है, तो हम उसको 0.3 को कैसे क्वालिफाई करेंगे, कौन सा टेस्ट फॉलो करेंगे, वो सब कुछ हम नेक्स्ट क्लासेस में डिस्कस करेंगे.
तो सर ये जो डिस्पेंसिंग बूथ एंड सैंपलिंग बूथ होती है, इसमें सर कौन सा क्वालिफिकेशन करते हैं सर? 0.5 पे करते हैं या 0.3 पे?
उसके if we are talking about the RLF, you are talking correct? Reverse.
Yes sir, yes sir.
RLF, laminar reverse laminar airflow. So they in that particular parts means a particular equipment like RLF, and something another one is the LAF, that is the laminar airflow only. So in the
Yes, sir.
dispensing booth we are having suppose we are having the RLF. Okay, in that case, we generally different make and models is available in the markets, and that particular equipment contain the filter like HEPA filter, fine filter, and pre-filter. So that three
Yes,
types
sir.
of filter is available. Okay, one is the means first of all that is the suppose 10 micron filter. Another one is the 5 micron filter, and third one that is the HEPA filter, that is the 0.3 micron filter. So each of the filters will qualify during the qualification activity, and further we should have the schedule that we have to verify the integrity of that particular filter. Okay, so we should have the defined frequency, and we can say like sometimes if the filter is suppose filter is we can say the filter is not working appropriately, or our pressure of the area is increased. So based on that, there are some magnally gauge, like we can say, or some units we are having that identify either our a particular filter are appropriately working or not. So based on that observations, we can rethink on that particular filter, either it is in good condition or not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So next one is the water system validations. So in water system validations is means a lot of topic is there, like normal water, water for injection, potable waters, and purified water. So what is the source of water? What we have to be validate? Which types of testing we have to be performed? Which types of treatments we have to be done during the water system validations? So everything we will cover in the water system parts. And now just our topic, all topic what we will cover, it's just I give the brief introduction of that. Okay, now what the benefits to join our institute is that the free membership for the lifetime to avail the chat with the lecturer and other member of the same groups. So it will give the advantage for any future concerns, and interview based question and answer free access. So what generally questions asked during the interviews you can access here. Mock interview classes is there, means once the that particular sessions will completes, one mock interview will be there, and based on that the certifications will be issued. And the placement assistance means if we are going for some interview, and sometimes we our company Connect Consultancies also provide some reference for the placements, so they will assist how you can attend that particular things also. There is one more advantage or benefits, we can say that two batches can be joined with the same fees. It's just about that you have to be discussed with the ma'am also. And recording of the classes will be available on the site to recall and create your own notes. So means whatever we have discussed during the each classes, you can prepare your own notes based on that recording classes. Means that particular recording classes will be available with appropriate accesses. And they also assist that how to prepare your CV curriculum with tips or resume, we can say what things it should be there. So this is the one thing that our CV should be appropriate. So they assist during for that also. As I told in initial slide that that particular types of course we will provide, that is the computer system validations, pharmacovigilance, clinical research, and yes.
Sorry. सर आपने CSV के बारे में नहीं बताया सर इसमें.
Okay. CSV,
No,
we'll cover about the CSV also, that what is the CSV, what computer system validations. Also, we will include the CSL, right, computer system validations, like a CSV, CSA computers, that is the computer software assurance. There is a new terminologies. What guidelines we are using, that is the GAME 5 guidelines. Okay, GAME 5. It's contained some category of the software, like category 1, category 2, 3, 4, and category 5s. So category 2 software is not available in the guidelines. The category 2 is now deleted. So what category 1 software? Category 1 software is the firmware softwares, like we can say the Excel, Microsoft, and Office. And category 3 software is the non-configured software, means this is the standard software or instrument provided by the original equipment manufacturer, that is we can say the OEM. And another one we say that is the GAME 5 category 4 software, that is the customized software. And final category 5 software, that is the configuration. In that category 5 we can customize our software as per our requirement. So all those things about the computer system validations also we will cover, how and what documents we have to be prepared, like initially we can say the validations plans we have to be prepared accordingly. We have to be review the functional specification, design specifications, and finally we have to be perform the testing. So which testing they have to be performed and reviewed. Finally Validation summary report shall be prepared, and based on the satisfactory compliance, we can say that our system is we can release for further activities. So that particular things we will also cover during the further classes. So what I mean to say, whatever we have discussed in the first slide, that what topics we will cover, every topic will be covered in further classes, like QA, IPQA, in process quality, QMS, deviation, change control, kappa incident, like deviation, if any departure from the approved procedures, that is called deviation. The process validations, something we have discussed, process validations, and then equipment qualifications and cleaning validations, water system validation, HVAC validations, computer system validation, and as I told you, the code, federal regulations and guidelines like ICH guidelines. ICH, there are 4 types of guidelines of ICH, that is the quality, safety, and efficacy, and multidisciplinary. After 4, we will discuss about the quality guidelines. Okay, that is the Q1 for the stabilities, and Q2, 3, 4, like it's up to now Q14. Okay, so Q7 is the for the GMP. So everything we will cover, no issue.
Sir, calibration is cover.
Yes.
Calibration is cover. Calibration, sir.
Yes. What about calibration? What do you want to say?
सर कहने का मतलब कि कैलिब्रेशन भी इंक्लूड है क्या इसमें सर?
हाँ, ये जो इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशंस जब होता है ना, तो इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन मींस क्या होता है? इक्विपमेंट क्वालिफिकेशन के अंदर हमें प्रोटोकॉल बनाते हैं, उस प्रोटोकॉल के अंदर कुछ प्री रिक्विजिट्स और प्रोसीजर के अकॉर्डिंग हम उसमें सारी चीजें इंक्लूड करते हैं, कि हम उसमें देखते हैं इंस्टॉलेशन क्वालिफिकेशन, ऑपरेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन। तो इंस्टॉलेशन क्वालिफिकेशन मींस, हाँ यस करेक्ट, IQ PQ जो है ना,
क्वालिफिकेशन यू जो बी मॉड्यूल,
करेक्ट, वी मॉड्यूल, IQ PQ एवरीथिंग। सो कैलिब्रेशन क्या होगा? हमको या तो वेंडर प्रोवाइड करवाएगा इनिशियली, कि वेंडर ने सर्टिफिकेट दिया है कि हाँ मेरा सिस्टम कैलिब्रेटेड है, या फिर हमारी जिस यस,
अगर कोई इक्विपमेंट है उसमें कुछ ऐसे इंस्ट्रूमेंट होते हैं जिनका कैलिब्रेशन होता है, तो वो भी इंक्लूड है क्या ट्रेनिंग?
यस
सर जो यूटिलिटी है, यूटिलिटी, ओके सर।
Okay, and if you are talking about the utility, so what is HVAC? HVAC is also HVAC water system. Why? Because if we are saying like heating ventilations, so we require the means chiller, boiler, and all those things. Okay, water systems and all those things come under the utility itself. Nitrogen gas generators, like that. Anything else?
सर ये प्रोसेस वैलिडेशन के लिए सर सैंपलिंग में जो किसी में सैंपल जाता है वो स्टेबिलिटी के रिगार्डिंग रहेगा कि सर?
If that particular things we will discuss during the validations training classes, where we will discuss when we need to perform the validations, when we can leverage the validations. Listen to me first. Yes.
सर जो आपने बोला था ना प्रोसेस वैलिडेशन, इसमें हम क्या 2 या 3 बैच का करते हैं सर? ठीक है, तो सर हमें
it's depend on the manufacturing process which we are going to be change or validate. If initially we are manufacturing the product at site, we have to perform the risk assessment. Based on the risk assessment, we have to be include or conclude that which types of testing we have to be performed, which types of testings means we have to be evaluate the requirement of the stability also. So what actually happened, we are having the guidelines, that is the ICH itself says one guidelines, we are having the SUPEC. Okay, that is the scale up post approval changes. So in that particular guidelines, they define either if you are changing the raw material, you are changing the API, you are changing the process, you are changing the equipment. So it's a different cases is there. So based on the cases, we define either we require the qualification, either we require the stability testing or other testings. So everything we have to be defined in our protocol itself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
सर ड्यूरेशन कितनी है सर इसकी, ट्रेनिंग ड्यूरेशन?
During training duration, it will be the 1.5 or 2 month. All topic will cover in depth.
All topic are deeply cover.
Yeah.
But sir, utility already deeply, na sir?
Yes, everything will cover, no issue.
As a chiller, EHO system, water system, different sampling point, and HCl.
Everything sampling points, and sampling and power test, everything will cover.
Sir, include the micro.
Micro means what? Testing?
Yes sir, settle plate or वो sir
It's not
environmental
testing.
monitoring
It's
system.
dear. It's not testing. Actually, it's a sampling. So we will cover that particular things where we have to be collect the
Sir,
micro sample.
EHO system, HVLC include the na settle plate.
Yes,
BD plate.
settle plate, air sampling. What is the
And
image for that? Which
dispensing booth,
guidelines say
static
that? What?
booth.
Yes, yes.
जी. So all are deeply study.
Yeah, everything we'll discuss in the day after.
But sir, तो सर 1 मंथ या 2 मंथ में कैसे हो जाएगा सर? ये तो बहुत डीपली है ना सर सब्जेक्ट. Because it include the CSV, computer system validation, HA,
We
HCL.
will discuss the CSV. We will discuss whatever the topic we have discussed. Everything we will discuss. We are not saying that each and every equipment will cover. We cover the set of equipments. Okay, like we are once we are going for the qualification. Suppose we are discussing about the qualification. We'll take the example of one equipment, and based on that, we have to be understand that what is the process of the qualifications. Okay, so it doesn't mean that we have to be taken everything for the individual steps. Like I am telling, suppose the water system. So in the water system, we will discuss from where we have to collect the sample, what is the frequency of the sample, how they will collect, who will collect, when we will samples, when we will send the sample to the QC, how the QC will perform the testing, what is the criteria for that. So accordingly, we will manage. We are having the appropriate agenda, how we will complete that particular things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
Sir, I am already connect the CSP.
Okay.
I am certified in CSP as your organization.
Very, it's a very great that you have completed. So I think you cover, if you cover the CSV, so it doesn't take the much time to understand that what is the CSV. Why? Because
Yes, sir.
the quality.
I am working in cinematic liability in qualification and CSV
Okay, great.
as a senior executive, sir.
Okay, that's nice. So it will be easy for you that to understand that what is the process, how you have to perform. And I think you are, as you are asking the questions, you are very much aware about that also. So whatever the questions further we will discuss in the further classes when once the session will start. Still, if you are having any questions, we can ask. Otherwise, we can complete the session over here, demo session over here only. Okay, if you are having any further questions, you can ask to the mem also that who have connected with
Sir,
you.
all guideline available only copyright या download है?
What? Pardon?
मतलब जो आप गाइडलाइन वगैरह या ट्रेनिंग वगैरह देंगे, जो आपके नोट्स वगैरह हैं, वो डाउनलोडेबल हैं या फिर ओनली
As I told you that ICS guidelines, once you log in on the Google itself, you will find everything on the Google for the ICH, for the guidance for the industries. It will be available on the Googles. Okay, so it's nothing too hidden that. Why? Because the guidelines is for all, not for the individuals. Okay, so everything will be the open, no any copyrights.
तो ऑल ट्रेनिंग वीडियो मतलब रिकॉर्डर रहेंगे सर ऑन साइट.
As dear, as you told that you have connected already the CSV classes, what is your opinion, what is your means experience? So the other functionalities and other responsibilities by the means
उसमें क्या था सर, only व्यू का ऑप्शन था, नॉट ओनली डाउनलोड है.
So as I told you that, as I told you, my dear, just to you can see the recorded session and you can prepare your own notes. Once you will prepare your notes, you will learn, you will understand, and you are having some confusion and concerns, you can ask. Otherwise, if the student get the notes directly, what actually happen, practically experience is that the person keep that particular document and just they keep itself what they think. Whenever we required, we will open it and we'll read it, but it's never be open. So the thing and the concept of the company Connect Consultancy is that once you will prepare your own notes, it will be very beneficial for you.
Sir, schedule is the.
Hello, Dharmendra. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Dharmendra. स्ट्रक्चरल के लिए सेम जैसा सीएससी में फॉलो किया हो वैसा ही रूल्स रहेंगे. ठीक है. रिकॉर्डेड वीडियोस का एक्सेस बढ़वा दूंगी मैं, 90 to 120 डेज करवा दूंगी. ठीक है. बाकी सेम प्रोसेस चेंज नहीं रहेगा. ठीक है.
ठीक है मैम.
ओके. और कुछ क्वेरी है तो आप डिस्कस कर सकते हो सर से, नहीं तो क्लोज.
मैं आपको कॉल कर, अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी यानी क्वेरी होगी तो मैं आपको कॉल कर लूंगा.
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. ओके.
ओके.
ओके. थैंक यू सर.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Nice, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.